stay on it. People that be trying to FaceTime me gives me an excuse to stay off the phone, man. Are you from the city or where are you from?
So I was born in Louisville, Kentucky. Me and my mom, we ended up leaving when I was like 3, moved to California. From California, I've also lived in Atlanta, and that's like my second home, so I go back and forth between Louisville and Atlanta a lot. I also lived in Hawaii and Guam. It was a military family. I grew up around my mom predominantly. That's, who was in my life, who raised me. Just growing up around her, she always had me listening to anything from old school hip hop to alternative rock and everything in between, like SADBO, fucking Michael Jackson, just all types of different shit. But she's definitely the person that helped facilitate my passion for music. So when I was in Louisville, I went to Eastern High School.
Oh, damn.
Hated that place.
As you should.
Do not fuck with Eastern. Hated it so much that it ended up, like, I was gonna get kicked out regardless. They were, like, pretty much, like, about to tell me that I had to go to Wagner, and I was not trying to go to Wagner either. That's Anybody from the Ville knows. Like, I was not trying to go there. So, ended up, me and my pops, like, we have a very disconnected, discombobulated, whatever you want to call it, relationship. And me and my mom were bumping heads at the time. I'm like 17, 18 at this time, so I'm turning into a man. There's shit me and my mom, she can't teach me, and my pops, him and I ended up talking and kind of squashing the past and shit. And he was just like, I'm in Atlanta, why don't you come out here? And I was playing football at the time, so he put me onto a couple teams and shit. They watched some of my film and shit, got me recruited out there, and ended up playing football out there and finishing off high school in Atlanta. I had people around me that were rapping and stuff, but I wasn't into it. I was into fucking football, skateboarding. My bad, I'm ADHD as fuck. What was the question? When did you start getting creative? When did I start getting creative? I feel like I started getting creative probably with music, taking it seriously, like 18, 19.
So that's like towards the end of high school, and then you started doing it.
End of high school. So funny story is, like, me and my pops, we ended up falling out while I was there. Got kicked out and shit. He sent me back on a Greyhound bus. I was pissed. Needless to say, ended up doing a whole bunch of fuck shit for like a couple years. Ended up getting felonies out the situation. So I got stuck in Kentucky, couldn't go nowhere, and started working at Outback Steakhouse. Met somebody there who was a rapper, and he put me on game to like Mixcraft and all the the early shit and the home studio vibe and all that. And he I did that for like a year or two with the big homie. Shout out Daryl. And ended up just kind of transitioning into, like, we figured out what we needed and started piecing together our own home studio. And then that's where we started recording our own tracks, and that's how I got the basis of the foundation of my skill set that I have now.
And how'd you get into it, like, to you are now? So, like, what was the process it took for you to hear about it, to get in the door, and to end up in this full-time position?
So, I was in Atlanta recording with a engineer. His name's Randy. Shout out Randy Beats. And that's my dog. He's a producer, engineer, like I said. And we was doing a session together, and he was just like, I'm very curative with what I want done, how I want done it. I know what I'm looking for. And he was just like, he was impressed. He was just like, yo, you ever thought about being an engineer? And I was like, nah, bro, not for real. And, like, we talked about it, and shit. And, and I stayed in Atlanta that whole summer, and then ended up, this was 2 years ago, and then moved back to Louisville. Sat on the idea for like 4 months, for real. Didn't really do nothing with it. And then started hitting studios up. And I emailed 400, and B-Sim ended up replying back to me. So me and B-Sim were going back and forth. And fucking after like a month of doing that, because he was so busy and shit. And after a month of doing that, ended up getting an interview with my manager, Black AP. And did the interview and shit, came in, showed them some of my work. They were fucking with it. I really had no clue what the fuck I was doing at that point in time, to be honest. And they took me in, and Tay motherfucking Beats is who taught me the ropes. Like, Tay Beats, Mark Soulfly, Nick Meredith, Slim Doja, and my boy Connor with his fucking Crash University degree having ass. He be teaching me a lot of shit too, on like just technical shit that most of us in here don't fucking know, because like I said, he's got that fucking Crash degree. But these are the people that, you know, let me sit in their sessions for like 12 hours, bro. I'd sit with Tay Beats, bro, doing sit-ins with a fucking notebook. Like, how do you turn this on? Like, cause like I said, bro, I had been doing studio sessions, bro. I thought I knew what the fuck I was doing. I came here, bro, I was like, this is a different level. I didn't know how none of this shit worked. I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know shit, bro. So I had to start taking notes. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What does this do? What is it? I took notes on everything, bro. I took notes on how to turn everything off, turn everything on. And then it got to the point where, like, the notes and the sit-ins kind of met. And then I got to a point where I was comfortable enough to turn shit on by myself and sit in here and start figuring shit out myself. Started taking courses, combine the courses with the knowledge I was getting from my peers, and studied, and got to the point where they felt like I was good enough to start doing some sessions and shit. And as an intern, you make $10 per hour type shit. And most internships you don't even get paid, so that was love. But they quickly, you know, after a few months of doing that, I was able to make the full pay, and just because there was a need for engineers, and got blessed into the position. Then my big homie Nick became the manager, and he was like, I don't feel like you're good enough to get call-ins, bro. Like my shit was rolling. I thought I was good, and thought I was pumping out a good product. And he was just like, bro, I don't think you there yet, for real. Like, and he had the say-so to take the call-ins away. And so he took them away from me for like 6 months, bro. And I was pissed. I was fucking pissed, bro. I wasn't up to par. And Nick basically checked me. Man, like kind of just had to talk about it, like, what's going on. He's just like, bro, to be honest, I just, you know, if you're not able to maintain your clientele, if you was getting this many clientele last month, but they not here this month, or they not maintaining, you know, 6 months from now, like, you obviously not there yet. Like, you're not where you fully need to be. And I wasn't fully understanding that. And it took me a couple of weeks to really soak it in. And then I just finally got to a point where I was like, man, I'm about to fucking be good enough. I fucking strapped my boots down and just fucking got to it and learned more and more and more, turned it up, and just got to the point where I am now. He's the new owner. The old owner no longer owns this building. Nick's owned it for the last 3 or 4 months now. And we got Studio of the Year. We rocking out in this motherfucker, bro. Like, for real. So just going from sitting on, like, I literally, people don't understand, bro. I was literally chair next to Tay Beats, sitting next to fucking Tay and my other homies and shit, and wasn't even able to take sessions or make money. And now it's like I'm paying bills. I'm paying my bills off this shit. It's still a struggle, bro. Like, it really is, but I'm able to pay my bills, and it's nice. It's nice being my own boss, for real. I used to want to be an artist, very much so. And then I realized I just want to express myself. I don't want to do shows. I'm not trying to do tours. I'm not trying to have people in my face. I'd rather help support the person who wants to do all that, help put them in the spotlight, and me just be behind the scenes. And, you know, I battled with that imposter syndrome for a while. And, like, even when I first came here as an intern, like, my whole idea was, like, I'm going to learn how to record myself and become one of the best artists in the city. Well, ended up doing that and falling in love with engineering in the process, and seeing the service that I'm providing for other people and what I'm doing for the community. And it just kind of, like, faded that need for me to feel, like, heard like even when I make songs to this day, I still record and shit because I like to keep the blade sharp. But I don't need the validation. I don't need to be told that I'm good or that this is that or anything. So when that went away, I won't say I lost the motivation to record, but the motivation wasn't there, like I said, to be heard as much. So now when I'm doing songs and shit, it's purely just because I'm just got an idea, I want to lay it down. I might even give it to another artist, or I might just, that's the lane I'm trying to go in, is like more of a producer role. That's what helped me heal. It's like, how can I provide value to other people? I was waking up for so many years feeling like shit, feeling worthless, and ended up coming here and in the process learned that shit, I just wasn't doing enough for other people. I was being selfish, you feel me? And yeah, just, I don't want to be selfish no more. I want to share and I want to spread the love and help people, you know what I'm saying? So I think this role helps with that a lot more than just being an artist. In this whole process of me becoming an intern at 400 and really figuring out what I wanted to do and finding myself, and in that process, Sad Boy from the South was born. Because I needed a brand. I want to make merch and stuff like that, and just different things. And I've always been a very melancholy, very negative, not negative like mindset, but I can just be a very negative emotionally person. So Sad Boy was always it was kind of like a nice fit. And then I'm from the South, so my roots are in the South, so it's just kind of hand in hand. So I feel like my music before was very insecure. The takes they were shaky. There was like, I was peacocking in a sense. Like I was wearing this mask, this fake confidence, this fake like, I know myself, but really I didn't know myself. And psychedelics is a big aspect in my life. And whenever I'm feeling lost, I like to trip. So one of my trips, I just realized like my ego is a problem, bro. Like I'm feeling the need to be validated because I'm not working hard enough. I don't have nothing to show for these years I've spent in this realm, this earth. And it was really making me insecure, and I got tired of being insecure, and I was just like, how can I fix this insecurity? The answer was just work harder. It was work harder and be yourself, be authentic, and be happy for other people. Like I used to be a very jealous, very like, couldn't nobody have shit around me that I didn't have, and I had to be the best in the room, and I had to be this, like, it was just hard to be around me, bro. And then like I just would look around one day when there was no more drugs or money, and because that's pretty much all I did before music was I just worked 2 jobs, trap, and I would just get high, and that was it. I had no purpose, no nothing, and was just a menace to society for real. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are dealing with. I've noticed on speaking on the ego aspect, is just, it's hard to turn that shit off. So I feel like my music now is more authentic, it's real, people feel it. The shit that I'm saying is real. I honestly like making music for me is such an intimate process, bro. I don't even like doing features for real. Like somebody could offer me $1,000 to do a feature. If it don't mean something to me, I'm not doing it. Like I can't be bought, you know what I mean? And I discover shit about myself, bro. Like when I'm sitting there recording, shit gets so raw and intimate, and you really get in that zone. You'll say some shit or I'll write some shit, and I'll be like, damn, bro, I didn't even know you felt like that. Like sitting with myself, like I didn't really know I felt like that. Like, and it's like, it's a healing process, just sitting there being your own therapist, for real. It really is.
How would you create that environment for another artist coming to your sessions?
Like as far as like checking the ego, or like helping them out with, like
helping them out, being that supportive role.
Okay, so really it starts with the artist. Like I gotta see where they're willing to meet me at. So if I can see that they even want help or are coachable, I'll provide input. And and usually it won't be the first session, but it'll probably be like the second, third, fourth, something like that down the road. After we got a couple sessions in, and We got some hours with each other and shit. But I'm very blunt and I'm very honest with people. And when somebody comes in the door and they're like, we gonna make this song and this is gonna be the one, big bruh. We gonna take you with us. You coming with us? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, I check at the door because it's like you don't even understand what it takes, bro, to get to that point. You coming in the studio booking an hour isn't gonna fucking make you famous. And so the biggest thing for me is like if you want to be fed lies and you want somebody to make you feel like you're gonna blow up within a couple songs, I'm probably not the engineer for you or the producer for you. You probably need to go work with somebody else because I'm just gonna tell you I don't want your money for real. And yeah, it's just like there's a lot of people that just think they understand what it takes, and I think what I do is I help put you and ground you in reality. But I don't just ground you in reality and shut your dreams down. I tell you this is gonna be fucking hard, and this shit's gonna be damn. You gonna want to fucking quit multiple times. But I'm also gonna help you create strategies to help facilitate your growth and facilitate towards giving you the best probability at making it. Whatever that may be for that artist. So it's all about just gauging where I think this artist can take it and figuring out what strategies are gonna best help them based on their behaviors, whatever they're dealing with in their life, baby mama problems, financial issues. If money's the problem keeping you from the booth, well, all you gotta do is sit down with me and tell me what the budget is and what the bills are, because I'm gonna really sit down with you and tell you how much money you really blowing on bullshit. Because I do that with myself. I sit there and look at my bank statements and shit and gotta be like, did I really need to get coffee 6 times at Honey Brothers that day? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? You think you don't have the money to do this, that, and another, but really you just not budgeting. So I feel like I'm that liaison of like, you're not being realistic. Let me help you be realistic. And here's a game plan to where you can be in this more realistic realm and still find success.
What would you see in an artist that would start that relationship, especially leave that ego at the door?
There's a few different things I'd be looking for real. Like, if you show up on time, that's already a green check. Prepared. If you got your songs ready, or you just if you're a great punching artist and you're confident in your ability because you work hard in your alone time, that's cool too. And then obviously in the recording process, I'm listening to tone, the way they're pronouncing words, the accent. They might drag I'm looking for anything. I'm looking for anything that we can take and run with. You know what I mean? Like anything that's, because some artists really be like, a lot of people, this is their first time recording, so not everybody's gonna be great at doing it, the first time. So sometimes you gotta sit in here with, and I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or just ruin somebody's career off their first recording session. So I gotta find the good things, and I obviously tell them, keep it honest about what they gotta work on, but I try to find some positive in each song, and then that's where I base off their potential. Somebody might not be the best recording artist, but they might always be fucking on time and prepared. I can work with that. The other person might be a fucking great recording artist, but they might be 15-20 minutes late, but they're great to record with and we get it done. So like it's just a case by case basis, but I look for anything they got going on that they doing right that I can praise them on is what I'm looking for. Anything I can help build up the self-esteem and somebody's confidence for real. There's times people come pay me for a session, bro, and we don't even fucking make music for like 30 minutes. They'll book me for like 2 hours, and we end up fucking talking majority of the session, bro, because it's like, I realized with this shit really quickly, bro. You some people's therapist. Like, this shit's a lot deeper than just like recording people, bro. Like, people work. Like, and I've worked multiple jobs and shit before I was self-employed, so I know how it feels, bro, to slave them hours away for the bills and shit. But these artists really work, and, it's not cheap to work with me. It's $60 an hour. So when somebody's paying me $120 or whatever, I look at that money like that's just fucking precious. This is somebody's fucking time, bro. So I gotta provide them. I'm not just hitting the fucking record button and making you sound good. We gonna talk about what might get you further in life, all that shit. We gonna really get to know each other, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of us, we feel like family for real. Me and my clients, we feel like family.
Talk about some of those artists, if you don't mind sharing some names. What are some of those artists that you worked with, and it's like those sessions?
So
something that grows deeper like that.
I'm gonna speak on it because I feel like it needs to be spoke on. It's something that's hard to talk about. But an artist that I was working with, and it was a friend of mine early on, who he got killed. So like the relationship aspect is it gets deep, bro. It gets really deep because like I've experienced a lot of fucking death and a lot of like just fucking bullshit, just being in the city, living in a city and shit, being Louisville. Louisville's a violent city, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of death and shit, and I've just seen a lot of people that one day I'm smoking a blunt with, and then one day they just not here no more. And like it's happened more times than I can count on both hands in the 2 years that I've been doing music. Not to mention the shit before music, but Nubian, aka Primo Bags, was an artist and a friend of mine that I was working with, and he unfortunately passed away. But a lot of what keeps me going is people like him, and you know they not here, and he wanted this shit really bad, and like I said, he's not here to do this shit. So it's up to people like me and people around me to live out these dreams for these people, and it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain the relationships. The relationships are, god damn, it gets fucking intimate, bro. It really does. This shit gets more intimate than I would have ever guessed it to be. For real. Like people really need me and really rely on me. And I don't say that in an egotistical way at all. Like I mean like people really fucking need me. And it's the first time in my life I've ever been needed like that. And I be feeling like the same way, like I need them. Like, God, bro, like there was times where I was struggling with rent and shit, and Nubian would see me stressed out, and he'd just be like, man, what you need, bro? Like, you need 600, bro? You need 700, bro? I'm like, nah, bro, you just booked 8 hours with me, bro. Like, you ain't gotta throw me shit, bro. You ain't heard. He was one of my first real clients, like my first real deal, like really fucked with me, and just. Rest in peace, bro, and thank you for the motivation, for real. I still have all of his songs right now, and me and his family have been trying to figure out a way to get everything together and release properly. So everybody gotta be on the lookout for that, you know what I'm saying? But shit gets intimate, bro. Shit gets very deep. We've all lost, everybody in here, not just me, like we've all lost an artist that we were close to or a friend we were close to. It's just fucking wild, bro. The violence is just crazy. That's something I plan on doing in the future, you know, is getting people's music to their families. And cause some people's families don't even know. Like, their sons, their daughters come here and record. They don't tell their peoples every time. They don't, you know, they're not announcing every time they come record. So they probably got songs and shit on here that haven't been heard. And I'm sure somebody's mom or dad would love to hear their son or daughter's voice. I know I would. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get that all together and make it make sense. I don't want to do it no cheap or no quick way. Like I want that shit to be nice. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to get that together. This is the hub for a lot of people. This is the community center. This is the, you know, in Egypt they had the Library of Alexandria where all the prophets and all the, you know, mystics would go to and meet. This is that. This is the Library of Alexandria right here. This is the place that people come to, not only to create but to heal. This is a place of healing. This is a place of it's a place of, it's a beacon of light for a lot of people. This is the light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of people. For real. dealing with what we're dealing with on a daily basis. It's this community without 400, bro. Honestly, I don't even want to think about it. Cause like, no disrespect to all the other studios and shit like that, but like, I don't think there's no other studio that has the culture we have here and the camaraderie that we have here, and just like, I mean, they might, I don't know, because I don't be at them studios, I'll be here, but here it's like, bro, if my car's broken down, I can fucking call somebody. If you know, and it's not just me, it's the clients. You know, we all just, everybody that comes in here quickly becomes family, and it's just beautiful, because like I said, Louisville's a fucked up city. Like you were saying, a lot of people don't want to talk about that shit, like, or speak on it the right way. But Louisville is a fucked up city for real. So it takes some shit like this for us to lean on each other and fucking keep going.
What can we expect next from you?
For real, there ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? I know for sure I'm gonna keep getting better. Continuing to work on my consistency and maintaining my routines. And, you know, just people can expect more greatness, for real. Like, they can just expect great fucking songs coming out, and just, you know, I'm gonna keep working, bro. I'm just gonna keep working. We're gonna see what the hard work brings, for real. I don't like to keep a limit on the possibilities, for real.
And then, have you thought about who you want to work with in the city?
Man, in the city, some people I want to work with that I haven't gotten a chance to work with yet. God damn it, my phone. Shit don't never stop. But in the city, I don't know. Not like, to be honest, to be brutally honest, there ain't really anybody in the city that like I got my eye on, for real, that I haven't already worked with or already am currently working with. So hopefully I get to, you know, run into them if they are there. But for real, most of the people I'm trying to work with are out of state.
Alright. Where can we find you at? What platforms?
So if you want to tap in, you need some, you know, engineering time, or fucking, you know, just some insight on different shit, or, you know, because I also do consultations. You know, if you just want some tips on game and shit, you can always find me at 400 Recording. And then, you know, on social media and shit, it's SADBO from the South, or you can just look up SADBO FTS.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming out here, signing this up. This is a big step for Roo-Bear, and I'm glad to document this. I know you don't do this that much, so again, man, thank you.
I appreciate y'all for coming out and having me. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Shit. Let me take down these lights for y'all boys. Yeah, man, I appreciate that recording, because I needed that, man. That shit was necessary. All right. Let me take all this down.
I got the back one.
You have the bag?
I got you.
Oh,